Welcome back everybody, I'm Mirage, and today we have a special video because it's the first two puzzles I will show you in the channel. The goal is obviously to solve them, but before I have to show you a couple of short and simple rules. First, you have to win the round using less cards as possible. Second, you have to prioritize using less valuable cards. For example, bronzes instead of golds. Third, your move must be 100% winning or be the highest percentage play if a 100% winning move is not possible. And finally, the fourth is all important information are displayed, but not everything might be useful actually. So now you know everything you need to solve these puzzles. There are just two in these videos. The first is easy, the second is a little bit more difficult, and I hope you enjoy them. Let's start with the easy one. Here is the situation, so we'll give you a couple of seconds to find out the best move, and feel free to pause the video. So the solution is actually to play the boiling oil. And here is the trick. There are two possible solutions. You can play the boiling oil onto the Makam volunteer here or onto the rightmost roadie dwarf. And this will grant you the round. So let's explain a little bit. Here are the points. And we know that we are generating some points here for the Anna Stranger. So we will get 1 +1 +1. And another 2 +1 +1 on the current turn and the next turn where we will pass. But also the two boosts on the trident will also translate into two random pings onto the opponent. The problem here is that the ping can also go into this shield, effectively losing us one point. So to sum up, the opponent will get -1 or -2 depending on the ping of the trident, and we will get a +4 for the Anna. But we have also to consider that there is a vitality onto this rowdy dwarf that will tick one time, granting the opponent a +1. So while we remain at +4, the opponent will be at +0 or -1. We have obviously to consider the worst case scenario, so the opponent will remain at 47, losing 0 point, and we are going to 42. And here boiling oil seems not enough, because it will be effectively 5 points less for the opponent, and he will go to 42, which is a tie. But actually, if we hit the Makam volunteer here, we will essentially purifying the shield, and therefore the opponent will lose for sure another point from our trident infantry. So our opponent will get -1 from the ping of the trident for sure, and -5 from the boiling oil. So the opponent will go to 41 actually, and this is enough to win us the round. If we hit the roadie dwarf, the one on the right, the boiling oil will also purify the vitality, so the opponent will not get the +1. So essentially he will lose another point, and he will go again -1 point from the vitality tick that he is losing, -5 points from the boiling oil. It's again 41 points, which is enough for us to win the round. So to sum up, the best move is to use the boiling oil either on the Makam volunteer here or onto the roadie dwarf here. This way we are also preserving the Bloody Baron, which is a very valuable card for the next round, the Adalia, which is again another very valuable card for the next round, and we are also saving these two cards that cannot actually win us the round. And here is the difficult one. Here is the situation. Remember that the cow carcass timer is expiring, so it will poison the adjacent units. I will give you a couple of seconds to figure out the best move. Feel free obviously to pause the video and try to find the best move here. So the best move here is to actually play the neophyte on the left of the cow carcass to protect the commando. And this way you can maximize your points without investing essentially anything and winning the round for 1 point. Let's see how. So what will happen when we play the neophyte, as we said? So we play the neophyte here. We are essentially protecting the commando. We are also spawning another copy of the neophyte on the melee row. And at the end of the turn, the Dryad Matron will move herself on the right of the right-head neophyte, granting us a +1. Then Eliren will come out from the deck, positioning herself on the right of the Dryad Matron here, granting us a +5. We also played the neophyte, so we have essentially a +4. But we also lose 1 point because the cow carcass will just disappear. Now, the fact is that the Matron will be on the left of Eliren at the end of the turn. So when we pass the next round, we will get an additional +1 point. This means that we will get just a +1, +4, +5 is +10, sending us to 32, which is enough to win the round. And you can also verify this interaction in this clip. We obviously want to play the neophyte because all the other cards are more valuable. So we want to save the Toruviel, we want to save the Elias, we want to save the Half-Elf Hunter, and we want to save Isengrim. All of them are able to win us the round too, but they are way more valuable than the neophyte. So the best move here is always to play the neophyte in between the Vernosial Commando and the cow carcass. And that concludes the first 2 puzzles. I hope you liked them and that you had fun solving them. If you had fun, just please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content, and have a nice day.